up? I'm back once again, and today we are at Toronto Zoo. Sorry about not doing videos this week. We've had technical difficulties, phone not charging, phone not working, etc, etc. But I am back. As you can see, we are at Toronto Zoo, and this is a map of where all the animals in the zoo have came from.
Yeah, and we're about to start into the Australian pavilion,
Which is right there.
which is right over there. And so we will see emus, we will see saltwater crocodiles, we will see kangaroos, we will see, I think that's an emu. And oh, and koala bears. Who can forget koala bears? We like koala bears.
Kenny the koala.
Well, Kenny the koala.
Yeah.
And see, and here's more from all over the place, all over the world here. So we'll keep going, and as we hit points of interest, we'll let you know.
See you later. And we've made it inside the Australian pavilion where we have our voices down because the tree kangaroos don't like loud noises, but there is one sleeping. And in editing, I will turn up the volume in case you can't hear me. But he is sleeping, but look at that tail. My goodness. How long that tail is.
And here, I'm going to turn you around, leave it on. And you can see, here's all the different types of tree kangaroos. Thank you, I couldn't remember that word. But all kinds of them there.
So feel free to pause that and read that if you like.
And oh, and here's some better pictures of.
And here is the same kangaroo that I just tried to zoom in on with the tail.
And here's the mommy with the baby kangaroo.
How cute.
And Campbell's has a flavor made out of them called marsupials. Haha, bad dad joke.
Feel free to pause and read any of these as well. Alright.
See you later. Okay guys, here's an interesting little fact. This is what they call a kookaburra bird. Or kookaburra. I can't say it. But these are the guys, every time you hear an African movie or even some of the ones like in South American jungles, in the Amazon, you hear coo 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 ka 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 ka. That's these birds. And they don't live in either of those continents, only in the Australia area. So here you go, just a little fun movie fact. See you later.
So we've made it to the Komodo dragon, which is my least favorite animal in the zoo because you know I have a fear of lizards, even though Dad says I have to be nice to all the animals in the zoo. As long as he's in a cage, I'll be fine. But I think he just heard me say that because he poked his head up. Now he's looking at me like he wants to eat me. So,
well, you'd have a hard time.
Yeah. He's a nice dragon. He's just laying there. I didn't see him at first because he blended himself in with the rocks. But that's okay. He's there, behind glass, so we're all good.
Here we are with a lionfish.
Which is my favorite type of fish, even though he's very dangerous because his fins are poisonous. But if you ever find them in the Great Barrier Reef, which is where we're at in the part of the zoo, stay away from them. Take pictures, but don't go near them and don't touch them because they're very poisonous. But again, he's behind glass, so we're fine.
And in Florida, people have let them go, and they're an invasive species, and they are just multiplying like rabbits on steroids. So there, people are, trying to kill them, and they sell the meat as, fish, in restaurants, and it's real good. But they are a pretty fish.
Yes.
So, just too bad somebody's brought them out of their element because they have their natural predators on the reef and not in Florida.
Look at that guy, he's just going right along.
All right, we gotta go right along.
He's having a great time.
All right, kids, these cute little guys are called McCleary's Specters. And see how they blend in? If they weren't just on the wood, they'd look like dead leaves, and that will keep them from being eaten and help them to eat whoever comes along their way. And now over here, they have a bug called a thorny devil, not a horny devil, a thorny devil. And he's big, he's about 6-7 inches long. And I don't know what it eats, but it's certainly done quite the job on these leaves. And if it bit a human, I think it would do a good job on them too. So, we'll see you later. And here is what they call a red-clawed yabby. It's a small crayfish or tiny lobster-like thing. And I think they must get their red claws later in life, because all of these guys are pretty blue. And this, you can see like a big claw coming out, and you can see the little bit of red underneath. Not so much here, but he's hiding under that log. And oh, here we go. Here's a bigger guy. Now that guy is interested in moving around. And there's a big one there underneath. And you see that little bit on the top of his claw. It doesn't really come out so well on the phone, but it is. It's kind of a reddish orange. So I guess they live up to their name. This is a cool looking turtle. You know, kind of regular like a turtle, but what's really cool about him is his name. I've never seen this before. It's called the Please Don't Tap on Glass turtle. And you can see the other one hiding underneath the log right there. He's probably got his head up on the other side where he can breathe. And just hanging out in the cool water, and the other guy's working on sunning himself. And here comes some more of Marie's favorite things. Look at that green snake. Doesn't it just look like a vine sitting there? And it's just waiting for some poor little lizard or bug or maybe a small mammal to come along. And he's going to make quick lunch of them. That's the only one. Oh, and there's another one hiding inside the hollow log. Oh, and here in the next cage, here we go. Here's his big brother. Now he's got some serious size to him. I don't know if it's poisonous, but I don't want to find out, so I'm not going to tap on the glass here either. And there's another one hanging on the end. Oh, I guess that's what they all like to do. Just hang on the end of branches and wait for nighttime and do their hunting. There they are, but it is a pretty snake. And this is a Stimpson's python. You can see him down in there, just a little bit of his body, his head and his tail are stuck under the rock. Again, probably a nocturnal feeder, so they're not big on being awake during the day. And here is something I haven't found. Oh, here it is. This is a central bearded dragon, and there he is. He's a good-sized guy, you know, from nose to tail, he's probably a little bit bigger than a foot long. And it looks like he's been eating orange Skittles because he's got a mess all over his lips. And here's the last one, a Solomon Island monkey-tailed skink. And I don't see it anywhere. I see where it's got a tray full of food up there, but I don't see, oh yes I do, on the top of the log, way in the back. There he is. See that brownish green just kind of blends in. And I guess he's shy. He doesn't want to look out here for the camera. All right, Mr. Skink, we'll let you have your privacy. All right, here it is. Marie's only kind of lizard that she likes. This is one who escaped, and because of that, his punishment was that they bronzed him, and he has to stand here forever. No, it's just a fake lizard, but he looks cool, and you can see just how big a Komodo dragon is compared to a human. See you later. Okay, here we go. We are seeing Barbary sheep and mouflon. The mouflons. What?
Sheep are rude.
Oh, and the mouflon has the horns, and those are all the sheep. Notice it's a hot day out here, and everybody's hiding in the shade. Some of them are not sheep. You can tell they are Canadian geese trying to hide as sheep and probably get a free meal out of the deal. So we'll keep you informed and see if they got anything too. See you later. And here are the camels. Even they're trying to stay cool, even though they're used to the desert. They're standing in the shade. And I guess that thing next to them is a brush where they scratch themselves, and it loosens old fur, fleas, etc. That makes them feel better. I don't know the difference. I can't remember which one's a camel or which one's a dromedary, one hump or two hump, but these are the two hump varieties. And there's 3 of them there, a little one. I don't know if it's mom, dad, and a baby or not, but they all look happy. Hey, what we're going to show you is some kind of falcons here, and you can see that that is a big tradition in their culture because that's how they hunt. The birds hunt for them and they eat it. Here's all the information if you want to pause and read about it. There's all of that. Here, let me see if I can. No, can't make it smaller. So, and there are a couple of serious falcons. These guys are about 2 feet tall from their feet to the top of their heads. And if you could see one of them right now, he's scratching his back with his beak. But if he turns around, look at that beak there. That would hurt. That would take your finger off in a second. So I wouldn't be getting into falconry unless you know what you're doing. Here waiting for him to show up with the food.
Look at this cute little guy here. He's sitting in his food trough like a piggy, waiting for food, but he sure is cute.
And there's his buddy over there too, doing the same thing.
Yeah, they're so cute. Don't know what they are, but they're really cute.
Yep, totally under.
And here's a polar bear that is swimming in the water. We just saw a polar bear on land, and this is another one that's decided to go for a swim because
it's hot here.
It is too hot here. Oh my God.
I thought the water is really nice. I'm really hot.
All right, well, let's go on because close. Because he's going to do a big shake.
And this same polar bear has finally gotten out of the water.
Yeah. He's hiding behind the bushes. Well, he doesn't want to be seen.
And here we have the snowy owl, also known as the Harry Potter owl.
Zoom in on him. He's a big guy. He's about 18 inches tall. He's preening himself. I can't make the high pitch. There you go. All right, well, it's starting to rain, so we're moving on.
And the polar bear exhibit just continues. But there is probably the same bear that we just saw a minute ago, and he's back in the water, looking all cute.
That takes some nerve. I can hunt it with a rifle and shoot it from 300 yards away.
What is he doing?
He's just staying comfortable.
He's going for a swim. He's turning away from us, so it's probably time for us to step away from him now. Oh, nope, he's coming back. He's curious. He's looking at me, asking me why I'm recording him, but it's what I do. Bye, polar bear. Hey guys, what's up? We're back in the room. The last thing we recorded with the polar bears, and they were very cute, but as soon as I stopped the camera, it started downpouring, raining.
Yeah, we got lucky. We ended up going into a,
Sorry.
that way, there you go. We ended up going into a gift shop and just hanging out there for a while. And the rain just kept coming, didn't look like it was going to stop. And so we just called it a day. You know, this has just been, in the words of Rosanna Dana, well, Hayne, if it ain't a one thing, it's another. Ask your mom or your dad about that reference. They'll know.
Yeah, and since it's not Florida, it doesn't stop in 5 minutes in Canada like it does in Florida. So we checked the weather. We were trying to wait it out for you guys, and it said it wasn't going to stop until about 6:30. And when this happened, it was only about 3 o'clock.
Yeah, so we just didn't want to hang around. We left. We ended up coming back. We just got back from a nice place called the Keg Mansion.
Great place.
Yeah, steakhouse. It's a chain, but I guess this was the first place. It was an original mansion, and they turned it into a restaurant. We took a couple of still pictures, but we didn't shoot any video in there. Again, people dining, things like that, they don't want people taking video of them.
Nope.
You know, but the food was great. We're happy here. You know, the food was so good that I stopped at food. Didn't even get a dessert.
And I ate all my food.
And she ate all of her food.
Which some of my viewers know that's very rare.
Yes, I was very happy with that. But, you know, this has just been a tough trip here between technical difficulties, rain. Every day's been beautiful. I never thought to look at the local weather. It's just been, you know. And tomorrow's our last full day. We're going to go to, what was it?
Royal Ontario Museum. For all you who've known me personally or through YouTube, what have I been saying? I want a history museum. He found me one.
Yeah, and it's got natural history, it's got Canadian history, it's got this, it's got that, and it looks like it's going to be real fun. So we're going to spend about 4 or 5 hours there. Anything that looks good, providing the phone and the camera are working, we will get video and at least have a little more taste of our Toronto trip. I really thought we were going to have some fun videos out of this.
And we tried.
And we tried, yeah.
One day the charger quit working. When the charger finally worked again, my phone didn't want to charge. Then we had storage issues. Then my phone shut off on me. So it was just one thing after the other.
Yeah. But, c'est la vie.
Yep.
And so
my phone made it through the concert, though, let me tell you.
Yeah, now that she did. So
yes.
She got a lot of Taylor video.
Which, unfortunately, I can't put on here due to copyright. But
right. Well,
so on my Instagram, if you guys want to see that, which is linked in my description below and in my, I think in my About section on my page somewhere.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
All right. Well, I've had enough for today. I've got a full belly, so I'm fat, dumb, and happy. I'm just going to go and lay down and relax a little bit. It is still early, but, you know, my feet are killing me from the little bit of the zoo that we did do and all the traveling to get there.
But while we were at the zoo, look who I got.
Yeah.
And see, it says Toronto Zoo. Hopefully that won't be mirrored when I post this video.
And the best thing I thought was real cool, this is one of the best t-shirts that I bought for Marie. Since she likes giraffes and I like color, we got all kinds of color and giraffe in there.
Ooh.
Yeah. So hopefully that will get a lot of use. And that says, if you look on the side of one of the arms, it says Toronto Zoo. And so it wasn't a total waste. We got a couple of pieces of memorabilia and saw a few things that we were happy with seeing. The one thing I missed the most there was like the Canadian animals. I really wanted to see the moose and bison and North American type things like that. Black bears, grizzly bears. You know, Florida we have black bears, but they'd be a mouthful compared to black bears and grizzly bears up here. They're just not half as big.
Nope.
Still don't want to tangle with them, but they're nothing compared to the bears up here. So.
Well, we hope to see you tomorrow if my phone decides to work. His phone died on him, so he can't do it if my phone doesn't work.
Yeah.
So we hope we'll see you tomorrow.
And if not, we'll at least try and tell you about the fun we had.
Yep.
All right. So,
Nighty
goodbye
night.
for now, and nighty night.